Hello everyone, welcome to Ascension Lounge, Pisces. This week I'll be doing traditional readings for the signs and this will be yours. It's basically, what do your guides want you to know? What does your higher self want to talk to you about? What is the message from the infinite creator? It's general. Okay, so just remember, if somebody else pitches up in the energy, and it happens quite a lot, the roles can be reversed. Not everything will resonate because it is a general reading. And also this is tarot, so in tarot there are negative energies that show up. The point is to transmute them, ascend through them, grow, that kind of stuff. Whoa. Okay, what are the messages for Pisces? What situation is Pisces in this week? What would you like to talk to Pisces about this week? Messages for Pisces. You guys want to jump everywhere. Okay. Something's being manifested. Whoa. Okay, the overall energy is out in the cold energy, or else it's about taking the hard road because you believe in what you're doing, even if it is difficult. Let's have a look what's going on here. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's going on here. In the middle, we have the devil, which could simply just be temptation. So the issue could just simply be that you're being tempted, but let's have a look. It's influenced by the death card, which is transformation. And there also seems to be the objective here is to gain some kind of intuition, or else quite simply move, like travel even. But let's clarify the devil. Why is the devil the issue? Why is temptation, or it could be obsession, or it could be addiction? Let's have a look. Could very well be alcoholism. Not to laugh. Okay, so you really are being tempted to do something that's gonna make you anxious, put you in your head. It's hard to resist this energy though, because it's coming in so strong. So there's some kind of temptation, sort of central. That's a central issue here that you are obviously going over in your head. It's like you want to have a good time, but what if you end up in an anxious situation? But the energy is very strong. It's quite hard to resist, I would imagine, with this card here. Okay. What's influencing it is the death card. Could be Scorpio. This could be a Capricorn, by the way. But this is actually a card about transforming. So I almost see this card as like the soil, and the seeds are in the soil. Like he's definitely a seed. These people, they could go either way, I suppose. But I see this card as when the seed is falling into the soil, and then there's going to be a new beginning when a new plant comes up, and that's reflected in the sunrise there. So it's like a big change happening here. You're very tempted by something that's you're finding it hard to resist, but it's influence. Perhaps this card represents that if there's something here that you're tempted to do, if you do it, it could be the ending of something for you. So let's clarify the death card. Yeah, it's like if you do something, that'll be it, boy. Something will be over. Somebody will not be interested. You'll be out in the cold. It'll be a long, dark night for you. So, okay, so the situation is that you're tempted to do something that's looks like have a good time, but there's consequences. It's influenced by a fear of going into a dark place. What is the obstacle? Okay, so this is the card of waiting for your ships to come in. It's an obstacle though. So it's almost like your ships haven't come in, and that's perhaps also influencing you, you know. Let's have a look. This could be any situation. It could actually even be about addiction, quite honestly, and what the effect on someone in your life. Let's see. Okay, so you really expected something to manifest with the Magician card here, the Strength card, and the High Priestess. You were wise and quiet about it. You had a lot of strength. You did everything you were supposed to. You had the good thoughts. You used all the tools at your disposal to manifest. And you're still waiting. That's the problem. You might be tempted to force an issue here. These are all major arcana cards as well. So you put a lot of wisdom, strength, positive thoughts. You're clever and wise, and you had great belief in this. Could very well be that you took the hard road, but you expected your ships to come in by now, and they haven't, because that's why it's a problem. The objective for you is the Chariot. So it could be a Cancer, this could be an Aries, it could be a Leo, and that could be a Leo as well. But you expect it to have great movement. It's like this is somebody who's had success at war, you know. I always point out that he's got the drama faces on his shoulders here. It's like he's been through drama. And he's wearing a crown with a star on it. Like he came out shining. And that's your objective here. You want to come out shining. You want to come out as like the supreme commander. I know that sounds a bit weird, but basically you want to come out and have absolute trust in your intuition, in your beliefs, in where you're going. You know, you are in sync with these two sphinxes that are, I suppose they're supposed to be, they do pull that, but it's not done with anything like in the 3D world. It's a mind thing. They're in sync in their minds, you know. So your objective was to really get to this standard of victory. Kind of like a hero, you know. And of course it could also mean traveling. So let's clarify. Very excited about whatever this is. So it must be very hard for you to wait for your ships to come in here, because you're very excited about this. This is a new beginning for you. This is the objective here, is to like basically ride off in victory with a new exciting beginning. You'll be emotionally satisfied. You'd be financially stable. So you have great goals here. What you have to work with, or what's happening, the action in the moment, is the Emperor. It's an Aries card, but this guy is also fully in control. So you are in control, even though you're being tempted here. You know the consequences of being tempted. I think you are quite driven by wanting to do things a certain way though, but you do seem to be in control of the situation. And you come into the situation on the Page of Wands energy, and the next sort of action or the energy that's to follow is the King of Wands energy. So going from a page to a king that's quite a big expansion of energy. And Aries is also, the Emperor is also fire energy. So we've got a lot of fire energy here. This is a card of entrepreneurship as well. So perhaps this is just a little test, making you wait for your ships to come in. You have some good supporting cards there. and a real belief in this with another wand here. Wand, wand, wand. He would have had a wand before he became emperor. Now he has a golden rod, I suppose that is. Let's see the energy came in here. It's like it was a very young idea. Perhaps that's why you had some kind of fighting with it. Don't want all those cards. Okay, why the Page of Wands as the energy coming in? Okay, so these cards are kind of showing me that it was like almost like in a period of waiting. It was a time when you were quite wounded, trying to heal from these wounds. You're almost like you got an idea which this wand is representing, and it gave you your mojo back. It like this guy suddenly like up. He's very inquisitive and he's very interested. You know what I mean? But he is a young character, so it's like a young idea. You had like a new idea, and you didn't know if it would work, but it got you excited, and looks like it's an idea that came out of some kind of like failure or wounding, setback, something that you had to heal from or think about before you went forward. But yeah, you came into this situation with an idea. Quite possibly it wasn't believed in by everyone. Okay, let's clarify the Emperor. Why are you in control of this? Because you see like an amazing future. You worry deep down, but you're not showing it. They won't know that. People don't know that you're actually very anxious about this, because you're showing that this is like this. The star is about potential, about hope, about success, and almost it can be about fame as well. But it's a very authentic card, and I think you're showing such immense control because you believe in your idea that it's going to manifest into something really abundant and in like a beautiful new start for you, maybe for your community as well. Could be that big, you know. But you're very worried about it, but you're not letting people see that because you have a vision. You are in the energy of a happily ever after here. So I think whatever you're up to, your belief is that this will bring great happiness. You're hanging on to this vibration. Here you go. It's going to change a lot for you. But could include a family, couple with a child, couple with children, twice. Whatever this idea is, you're holding the right vibration. I don't know if it's your choice to go out in the cold or if you've just been put out into the cold, but your vibration, this is a position of your energy, is very, very positive. You feel like this can grow and it can turn into money and stability, emotional stability, great happiness, a rainbow of joy. So your energy is great. The energy around you, though, is the Hanged Man. It's almost like somebody else has to see this from a different perspective. This isn't your energy. This is somebody else or people around you. We'll clarify now. But this is an energy of somebody who's in the process of changing their mind or in the process of having enlightenment. This is like a halo around his head. This is not just about like seeing things slightly differently. It's seeing things big time differently. This is like ascension light. But the good news is this person, when they change the way they think or about whether they think about the situation or feel about the situation, they're one step further up the ascension change, so to speak. They ascend through this revelation of seeing something different. So there's somebody around you. It's affecting you. Let's have a look. Could be a Taurus or a Capricorn. Okay, so you see them as not as being quite toxic actually, or tempting. This Hanged Man energy is very committed to ending something for toxic reasons. So possibly there's somebody around you who is trying to see things from a different perspective, or have a higher perspective on something, because they're worried about the toxicity of it. And it could be this issue with the devil here twice. They could actually be trying to help you to see something from a different perspective. They're quite committed to seeing this round and round thing end. They see it as toxic, or they are toxic. I kind of feel like there's some kind of enlightenment going on here though, and a commitment to see something through. So a little bit confusing. You'll have to take it as it resonates. All right, so in the hopes and fears position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about details. So in this position, it could be like you really want to see or understand more, or maybe get to know somebody better, or get more information on the situation. And it can also be, what will I find? Like this fear of what you will find if you look further, you know, if you deep dive into something. Let's have a look. Yeah, are you worried that it could change your world completely with Judgment card here? But you also hope that you'll love what you find. You know, you're trying to keep your head above your emotions, but you're aware that going into the details of something could be something tempting, and there could be somebody around you trying to tempt you. Just a warning. You know, there is enlightenment here, but perhaps it's your enlightenment. I can't say for each person which is which. I can just show you the energy, read the energy of these cards and how it's playing out here. But yeah, you have a lot of hope and fear connected to this situation, and you are just trying to keep your head. You could be worried about what you find, but you also could be delighted. The nice thing is this ends up on the Magician, so the probable outcome is that you will actually become a master manifester and will have all the tools at your disposal in order to reach this Chariot energy that you are aiming for, which could be traveling or just, you know, coming out of a situation in a really good position. This is about your future and who you want to spend it with. Okay, so the Magician, through all this, the way that this energy is moving right now, and you can change it at any point. This is just the probable outcome and how this is going. I mean, it looks like you came in here with an idea. It wasn't well received, or you decided to take the hard route, but you really believe in this idea, and you actually are getting, your energy is expanding with the Page to the King. There's something tempting going on here. It could be that you're actually like getting away from some kind of temptation, or, you know, closing down some kind of like obsession or addiction. And it's hard, but, you know, there's somebody here supporting you. At the end, though, you win this. You have the spirit to actually overcome, and you overcome and become the Magician. It looks to me like you'll take a really good look at your future. You'll know exactly who you want to move forward with and take a partnership to a new level. Actually, with this card, it's a 11-11 card, and it's also the card of partnerships, halfway to marriage card. You've got the will to win this, and you end up as somebody who has the tools to do it. So I think that's actually an amazing ending to this reading. There's lots of good energy here, especially in your vibration. I know you have great hopes and fears connected to the situation, but it does look like there is a really great opportunity to close down a cycle that could be toxic for you. I don't know if it's you and obsession and addiction or something, or it's somebody else, but it's definitely in the middle of your energy this week. So let me get you some cards of advice. Advice for Pisces. What's the best advice for Pisces in this situation? Wow. Come from a place of love, not thought. In the cycle. Okay, this is, firstly, you need to know that you are very well loved. You are loved, loved, loved. And that you have this cup inside you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be showing up twice here. I think you do need to think about this. But be aware that there could be regret. Obviously, if there's a devil and temptation, all that here, then, you know, there's regret is a possibility. But I think you need to know that there are 3 cups upright here. There are 3 on the floor, but there are 1, 2, 3 upright here. So don't get too stuck on the spilt wine, you know, putting your attention on things that won't work. Again, it could be addiction. Rather look at cups that are standing upright and overflowing in love and light and good vibrations. Because you hold that energy. So, yeah. I'm going to give you 1 card from the Wisdom of the Oracle to close this off. And then, yeah, that'll be your reading. 1 card for Pisces. Not for you. And it says your chaos and conflict at the bottom, 33. Okay, number 6 is a number of healing and love. So this little cookie looks very, very tempting. But there's something here that is just not for you. And I think your guides are looking after you. So Pisces, I hope that helped your situation. I really appreciate you watching. So thank you so much for that. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week.